My name's Ian Cairns. I'm here with a shop called Development Seed in DC.
My name is Vadim Kagan, and I'm a founder of a company called Techatstate.
Hi, I'm Ben Schneiderman, Professor of Computer Science at the University of Maryland.
Javan Murati, I'm a product manager at NPR Digital.
My name is Phil Mlanda, and I'm from Zimbabwe, and I'm working here in DC for an organization called GP Connect.
Hi, I'm Erin Moat, Chief of Party with USAID Global Broadband and Innovations Alliance.
Adam Fisk, I'm with Brave New Software Project.
David Tulloch from Rutgers University's Center for Remote Sensing and Spatial Analysis.
I'm Deb Bryant from Oregon State University's Open Source Lab.
I've been working on these tools and technologies for government agencies for a long time, but it's so exciting to see what's happening in Washington right now. The transformation of the Open Government Directive and initially the transparency, but now the oncoming collaboration and participation are making a huge historic difference. This is going to last, this is going to be important. So let's get it right.
Techatstate is exciting in terms of the federal government getting more involved in open source in general. I think, there's a huge gap between the startup world and the open source world and like the State Department and federal government, so it's hopefully things like Techatstate will start to bridge that gap and create better governments in the future.
I'm interested to hear what other people are doing, and of course our organization is entirely an open source shop as well. It works best for us, and we've been able to innovate much faster using open source platforms and technologies. So really just to meet people today and understand what everyone else is doing.
I work a lot with nonprofits, and they need both the cheap tools, but then they also have a lot of expertise that they want to share back, and these tools allow them to engage at a level that more expensive software packages might prohibit.
About what the government's interest is in open source these days are the efficiencies that it can find from using the same software over and over again within government. Instead of having to go out and procure a COTS product one time and then go do the exact same one and buy two of the same licenses for the same piece of software, they're actually finding these synergies where you've got one agency working on one project, another agency working on a similar project. They're able to share code and get to a higher point in their progress with the software.
But open source is a very valuable approach to being able to develop software, and also use the model to share things like business practices and processes and knowledge base and training and a lot of other side benefits that people don't often think about.
And open source isn't just software per se, it could be data, open data. There's a lot of information to be gathered from, for example, census data. And I'm sure that there are thousands of people outside of the government as well as working for the government who are trying to figure out yet another way to extract something meaningful from that.
This is really a good chance to show the innovative ideas like what Kenya has done on a global scale. So I really promote that, and I mean, since it's something that is accessible to everybody, it's something that benefits the whole world. Yeah, so
it's been a great day. I think one of the threads that really has come through is the need for better interagency collaboration, really to think about how we can use open source frameworks not just in terms of the software, but really the human capital of the United States government. We've had a lot of great interagency discussion with great technologists, and we're very excited about where to go next.
There's an ensemble of technologies that have now become widely enough disseminated, cheap enough that everybody's got them, and so the transformation is happening now. There are skeptics out there who don't see this happening, and they have legitimate points about the dangers and invasion of privacy and the limitations of these systems, but if you don't see that there's a fundamental change, you're missing something.